Hey there, so if you're watching this, you've only found it on YouTube or you decided you didn't want to read the blog post and so you're watching the video in full. But today I'm talking about the 3 things I think you can implement in your business this week that will help you create the work-life balance that you so desire. Because I know that working not too far from your bedroom, it can get a little crazy knowing when to shut it off every day and always feeling like you've got to be working, got to be hustling. But there are also times when I leave and go to a Braves game on a Wednesday afternoon at 12 o'clock because I know that I've put systems in place to help me create that work-life balance that I want. So here are the 3 things in quick, and then I will go over each of them individually. The first thing is to create a schedule and to know your schedule. So these can be interchanged, honestly, because for me, and I'll go into this a little more in depth in a minute, I have so many things outside my business life that I have to keep track of on a calendar, in a calendar system, that I need to know so I can plan my business around that, because I want life to kind of come first, if that makes sense. The second thing is to know exactly what it is that you do in your business. So do you have client work? What does that look like? Do you blog for your business? What does that look like? How many times do you send newsletters? How many graphics do you need? All that stuff. So knowing your business inside and out is huge for helping you create that work-life balance, because you know what needs to get done. And the third thing is having a place to keep it all together. So like I said, I do a lot of calendar work, and I use the Emily Ley Simplified Planner, and I also use Trello, but you can use Asana, Basecamp, Dubsado, Honeybook, anything like that to help keep you on track. So now we're going to go back to the beginning and talk about knowing your schedule and creating the schedule that works for you. So here are some things in my life that impact my scheduling. One is going to be the Sundays I serve at church. I have to be there super early, and I try not to work on Sundays, but sometimes it just happens. So I put I serve every other Sunday. So those automatically go in there. I pretty much know my schedule for the whole year. And that's the first thing that goes into my planner each month, along with my part-time job work schedule. And if you've been following me for a while, you know I love to color coordinate things. So I'm going to show you a quick glance at my calendar. Don't get overwhelmed. It's a little bit messy, but it works for me. Okay. Can you see all the different colors that I use? And each color represents a certain thing. So I try to plan around things I can't change. So serving at church on Sunday, birthdays are in pink, church is in blue, yellow is my part-time job, and then other things are green. So when I schedule a workout, I highlight it in green. If I'm traveling, it goes in green. And then business stuff that are like client meetings or Tuesdays together with the Rising Tide, that any like hard and fast business stuff is in orange. Now let me say, I have client work that's due every day for a client because we release a blog. I don't write that on my overall calendar page. It goes on my weekly page, and I'll show you what that looks like too. So you can see, whoops, here that I also color coordinate what I have to get done based on what it is. On the checklist side of my calendar. And the reason I do that is so when I do a quick glance, I can see how balanced is my day. Do I have a lot of client work? Do I have a lot of business work? Am I working at my part-time job? Or do I have some free time where I can go to my brain dump list, which I'll show you in a minute, and then come back and see, okay, where can I fill in some of those things? Where do I have the time that week? So that kind of goes into the third part too, is having somewhere to keep all this scheduled. But for me, just knowing what my schedule is going to be and knowing what's important to me. So I live with 3 other girls, and I know that when they come home between 5:30 and 6, like I want to be able to like chat with them, or we have dinner, or we go out with other friends. And my normal friends, who don't work entrepreneur life, like they get off at 5:30 generally too. So if we want to plan dinner, I need to know what days those are, and then schedule my business life around that, because I don't want to be working during dinner. I don't want to be checking my phone or posting to Instagram unless it's a story. I just don't want to do that. And my clients know that I generally don't answer emails after 5. And if I do, it's just because I'm working, and like it's just not a normal thing for me to do. Especially clients I do social media engagement for. I don't do any social media engagement after 5 p.m. Eastern time, just because that's where I create that boundary in my business. Because after 5, if I'm working, then I'm working on things in my business, or I'm getting ahead because I just have the time. Like I may not have anything scheduled that evening. I may not have Bible study or whatever it is. It's just that comes after if I don't have anything else. And then some days, even if I don't have anything, I want to just be able to veg on the couch. I crochet blankets or play cards with my friends like I did last night. I worked till about 7:30 on the couch because I had a headache, and then some friends came over and we played cards. So like, yes, I was working late, but I could see them in the kitchen while they were making dinner, and we chatted, and then I was able to stop working because I was already ahead, and then hang out with them for a few hours. And that to me is part of creating that work-life balance. We have a ton of amazing things here in Atlanta to do, and so I want to make sure that I have time to live the life that I want, and I'm not strapped to my computer or to my phone at all times. So knowing your schedule is huge. If you have kids or a husband schedule to implement or to integrate. That's what I was looking for. Integrate with your schedule. Go ahead and write that down. I, again, use color coding for everything that I do, but you can write things however you want them. You can star for your husband or do a heart for your husband and star for your kids if it's something like that. But go ahead and get it on your schedule because that's going to determine, hey, on Friday, I'm working at my part-time job from 10 to 4, so I can't schedule any videos. I can't like schedule any lives. I can't schedule client calls. I don't want to be posting, like I won't have my phone, so I can't post to Instagram, anything like that. So having those blocks of time that I'm aware of where I know I can and cannot do things is huge for creating that balance in my life, because I also know things are important to me outside of my business and I need to prioritize those as well. So the second thing is knowing what it is that you do in your business. So my goal has been to blog every week and to post on social media 5 times a week, which doesn't always happen. I'm really bad about that, especially if I don't batch my graphics on Thursday or Friday, then they don't get, it's awful the next week. I also know that I have X number of clients, and these are X number of times we do their stuff. So one client, it's every day. Actually, 2 clients, it's every day. 1 client, it's twice a day. 1 client, it's twice a week. So what I do for people always changes, and I know when it's going to happen, so it doesn't catch me off guard. So I do still plan all of that out. And again, I'll show you that in a minute, how I keep track of everything. But I just want to show, I just have to know what I need to get done in my business, because then I can go back to my calendar and say, okay, when can I do this? When is it due? And when do I have time in my schedule to get this done? What do I need to move in my schedule in order to get these done by the date they're due? And then if it's stuff in my business, I use what I call my laundry list. If you've been around for a while, it's a weekly, what I need to get done weekly. Okay? So today's Wednesday, I'm filming this video, and I'm actually going to post it the same day that I'm filming it, which I don't recommend doing. But that is my weekly, like, personal business, what I want to get done in my business each day and each week based on my calendar and what I have to get done. So like I said, I'm working 2 to 8 on Friday, not 10 to 4. And so I know that Friday morning I can get a lot of work done, and then I'm going to go to work at my part-time job, and then I can enjoy the evening and know that I'm prepared for Monday. Okay, so the final thing is keeping track of all this stuff in your business. For me, like I said, I use a simplified planner, and I use my laundry list, and I also use Trello. And I will show you a quick thing on my Trello of how I organize my month. I just started doing this in August, and I'm super excited about it. Okay, so I've organized everything by day. I don't know if this is going to be clear. So you have Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. And I should be doing a screen share, but bear with me. Okay, so today is Wednesday. So at the top of each thing in my Trello, and you can see all the screenshots of this if you go to the blog, but Wednesday is titled Video Day. Okay, let's just look at Wednesday. There's also at the top a daily checklist that I copy into each card for Wednesday. So I have Wednesday, August 16th, and I put the graphic there. This is the graphic I want to post to Instagram, so I can grab it. I use Buffer to schedule, but I also can grab it from here. And then I copy in my Wednesday checklist. So I need to record videos. I did the post for tomorrow, and then at the bottom is my blog. And one thing I just decided to add is for my power sheets are my daily goal. So I want to take my vitamins every day. I want to drink lemon water every morning, and I want to do a quiet time. So adding those to my daily checklist will automatically populate. And so whether I'm on my phone, my iPad, or my computer, I know exactly what needs to get done every day. And then if there's like an odd project or something else I'm working on, I can add it to that specific day versus my general Wednesday checklist, because it may just be something I'm working on for that one day or that one week. And I keep a brain dump. Monday's my brain dump day. So I add anything and everything I'm thinking of to my Google Doc that's attached to my Trello board for brain dump. And then once I want to make it like a project or something like that, I go ahead and attach it to a day. And that way I know to get it done that day. And then, I also use the power sheets. I think I mentioned that a minute ago. Let me grab those. And they just kind of help me create my monthly goals and some weekly personal goals and some daily goals. Blue is business stuff, green is personal, and then pink is community, friends, that sort of thing. And so I take my daily goals from there and put them, like I said, onto my Trello board. So I just wanted to show you that since I had mentioned it. And if you want to see the screenshots of my Trello board, make sure you go to the blog to find all the screenshots there, because it'll make a little bit more sense. And I'm very new to video, so I'm sorry I couldn't do screen share and record at the same time. Hopefully I'll get better on that. But just again, those three things, knowing your schedule and setting a schedule, business hours are crucial. You know, I don't answer emails before like 10 a.m. and I don't answer them after 5 p.m. Eastern time. That's just how I run my business. And so setting schedules like that are just huge. And for the days where I work like 8 to 11 at my part-time job, I just know not to schedule things for that day, and I block it off as a non-working day. Unless I get up super early that morning, I'll get some stuff done, and then I'll work later that night, but I try really hard not to. And then the second thing is knowing what it is that you do every day. Like I said, I know what I do for ClientWorks. I know what I want to do in my business. And then the third thing is having somewhere to keep it all organized, whether it's Trello, a paper planner, Asana, some sort of system. You need to have that in place, so that way you can stay organized and you can shut it down, and you can also feel ahead of the game because you know what you need to get done. So for me, let me just tell you one more quick thing. I know that there's 4 Mondays generally in the month, 4 to 5, and I like to post one of my, I call them one word posts. And I know I need to create, there's 4 Mondays or 5 Mondays. I know I need 5 of those. So I can batch all of those at once. And now I'm ahead for every Monday of the month. And then that word goes over into my theme for that week. And so I know I can write a blog post on like balance, like this week, or whatever it is that creates the theme for a week. And so knowing all that in advance helps me feel ahead of the game versus always behind. So come Sunday night, I'm not rushing to get an Instagram post together because I've already spent time doing that, because it's built into my schedule. So having those 3 things in your business life and in your personal life, I guarantee you'll begin to see a better work-life balance.